We got brand new Ubisoft Connect challenges, and there was a big secret change with the recent update impacting those massively. But luckily we already found new ways to get the opal fast. I also want to highlight the things that you can spend your opal on right now, what to buy and what not to buy, discuss what we know about the next big update, and way more. So if you like that, then a like on the video would of course really help me out. And let's go. Congrats to Roy for winning my previous giveaway number 20. I will send you an email and already started a brand new one for 2,300 Helix credits, which you can enter via the link in the pinned comment. And as always, these giveaways are only for subscribers of the channel. Good luck. Let's immediately go to Reda, and we of course normally touch on this on Tuesday when the store resets. But yeah, King's Day in the Netherlands, a national holiday as I already talked about. So I still wanted to show these items in action. And maybe you see this as well, that the item is empty for the daily selection. We had that too. Luckily Dennis was able to see the daily item, the Berserker's Arsenal Settlement Decoration, so not that great. The Valkyrie back tattoo is in the weekly selection. Looks fine, not that great. The Valkyrie figurehead though is amazing. I love the sort of wings. Might be my favorite new figurehead, so I totally bought this for 35 opal. There's also not much else to get in the weekly selection. The Valkyrie chest piece is back, but not really worth it. Doesn't look that cool. I know some people dig the bird skin though, which is of course for sale for 150 opal. I think it looks pretty cool too, but overall there are just way cooler bird skins that I prefer over this one. So I would personally skip it, just like the Celtic Cross Shield, giving you ability damage after a block. It is quite a lot, 25, but overall it's not really that noticeable, and there are just not a ton of abilities that really would benefit from a damage increase. Like, I'm personally not really using abilities for their damage, mostly for the utility. So, yeah, I think the perk is not that great. It does look pretty cool though for a light shield. And you can of course put it over other shields in the game. So, it's maybe worth it for the look if you really like it. But I think the real winner in the weekly selection is of course the Sauron helmet from the Gothic set. Like, it's one of the coolest helmets in the game in my opinion. Over the top for sure. I think it's really cool. And as said before in a previous video, trying to get this full armor is really worth it. Already having 2 pieces is great, so you get 20% health back on a kill every 10 seconds. The stats in Valhalla are of course not that impactful, but getting health back on a kill is great to keep you in the fight, so you're not over-reliant on rations. And we already had 3 pieces of the armor set at Reda so far, so maybe you already got one of those. Totally buy the helmet then as well. We of course just had a brand new Valhalla update. Maybe you already saw our big video with everything you need to know. We'll link to it at the end of this one. We will also talk about many secret changes very soon here on the channel. Although one has a huge impact on the Ubisoft Connect challenges, so more on that a little later in this video. Now first I want to touch on the next update with some things we know are coming and just overall changes Ubisoft is implementing moving forward. So the big one is that Ubisoft announced that they made several changes to the production pipelines and tools so that they can deliver more robust updates, which we will cover later. So I think they mean like a separate blog post, which should be up later. What we know now though, and I touched on this briefly in a previous video, is that we're going from a 4 to 5 week release schedule for these updates. So they got 1 extra week to work on it, which hopefully means that when the updates come out, they are in a better state. And this April update was actually the first one following this model. Like, it's never going to be perfect. I cover these games for almost 4 years now, and there's always something happening or wrong. Right now in Valhalla, and you've likely seen this as well, right? You get the pop-ups for bonus content unlocked all the time, even when you like haven't unlocked anything new. Like, there are always going to be little things, but at least they're taking steps to make sure that this will happen way less often. And the things are more polished when they come out, and I think the true test for this will be the next festival, because so far the 2 festivals left much to be desired. Another thing they're doing is being more transparent about the timelines for future fixes. So if we go to the known issues page right now, we actually see which fixes are coming with the next update. While first we kinda had to guess. We also now learned that the next update is coming in June. First we only had this late spring window in that post-launch roadmap, And well, it's likely going to be June 1st, because that would be 5 weeks after the previous April 27th update, looking at my super handy Windows calendar right here. So real fast, what can we expect? More specific mission fixes, taken for granted, breaking the order, pricking the needle. Old Cellar should finally be fixed in June. Okay. And we also know that in June we will have more spots for the missing fishes they added with the most recent update. So right now we can only find them in one particular location, which I also showed you in that update video. But in June they will be elsewhere in the world too. And Sentinel Orange, by the way, via the input@joraptor.com email address, confirmed that the small sturgeon we could not find while recording footage for the update can be found over here on the map, so they are working too. And of course, the big thing about the June update is the Mastery Challenge mode, which will be added, so difficult combat encounters with a score to chase to get a reward. Really looking forward to that. And for some people, the Yams Viking appearance would always reset after reloading your game. Well, Community Manager Dom now confirms that a fix for this issue will be coming with the June patch as well. They also mention a fix for the Avenge quest with this June update, but actually with the update we just got, we had many secret changes for these online missions. We now namely see a completely new icon during these missions for the player that died, and you also get the mission by killing enemies. So it's a pretty easy 100 XP actually, and more on this and other secret changes very soon here on the channel. Although we already have to discuss a really big one right now. The dummies namely do not count anymore for the Ubisoft Connect challenges. A set of new missions just went live for 30 opal of course in total, and we have to do 350,000 drinking challenges as the community challenge. And we also have a solo one for the drinking challenge. So if everyone just completes that, then we will get the community challenge before next week as well. There's also a solo challenge for the dice game, so those are of course still super easy. But we also have 2 combat challenges. One for 50 kills with flails. So I went to the dummy area in Norway, hit some dummies there, but I still had 0 after taking out multiple of those dummies. And Rinceweed and P. Whitelaw actually reached out about this on Twitter. So yeah, we now actually have to kill some people for these challenges, which is of course way more exciting. Or animals, more on that a little later. No, but Strained reached out on YouTube saying that the Elmet Cathedral that you find over here on the map in Yorkshire, 190 power level region, is great for this. Once again, putting the game on easy will of course help you clear this as fast as possible. Not necessary of course, but it will make it go a bit faster. And then we had 47 enemy kills after one run. You can likely get 48, but we let a self die from the leftover enemy. You can also just reload your previous save, it's likely faster. So make sure that you also save before going into this location. So yeah, then you have the challenge real fast. Knocking 50 enemies down with your fist is of course much harder. Like, you can do that in this location as well, but it takes way longer. Now we got Kim Christian on Twitter reaching out that actually close to the dummy area in Norway, you can find some animals you can also kill with your fist. Like, we find chickens here and pigs that all count towards this challenge if you just like knock them out with your feet or with your fist. Putting the game on easy here helps of course as well. Ensure the 2 guards close by will be alerted near the end of the run, but it's not that hard to take them out with your fist as well. Then just load your previous save, go to the farm again, and you'll have the 50 fist knockdowns in no time too. And there are likely more farms that will be great for this. If you know any, totally let us know via the input@joraptor.com email address or in the comments under this video. So if we can't do the dummies, then yeah, the animals are less lucky. Although of course, playing the game just using these weapons will let you complete the challenges eventually as well. Subscribe of course for way more Valhalla content. A like on the video would really help me out. And totally check out our previous video on the big update that is out right now with everything you need to know. You can watch it by clicking on the screen, or I will link to it at the end of our photo mode showcase. You can of course send in your shots via the ValhallaRaptor hashtag on Twitter, or via the dedicated pictures channel on the Discord. And you can join the Discord via the link in the pinned comment. Be sure that you accept the rules, and then you are able to post. Okay Joyce, you selected 3 shots from the community, so which one did you pick this time?
What's up, everyone? Let's start with Christian Borok over on Twitter, who's getting ready for the Druids DLC, it seems, looking at how Eivor is dressed while holding a torch. Love the golden glow on the mask here as well because of the fire, and hopefully we get more of these Druid type of masks in the DLC.
Yeah, you would really hope so. And I also like how he's like kind of not using the mystical armor set, but kind of
Yeah.
changed it up a bit. Really, really cool. And fingers crossed for the helmet Reda, of course, at some point.
Up next is Alberte, also on Twitter, where Eivor, instead of killing the legendary bull, looks like it's trying to tame it, looking at the position of her hand above his nose. Creative shot here, though. I mean, imagine a bull mount in Valhalla. That would be great.
Yeah, we saw it in Odyssey, so I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility, so fingers crossed.
And finally, we've got Prof Mew over on Discord, who captured this wonderful picture of the sunset while Eivor is hanging out in his ship. The glow on the Asgardian tailpiece is kind of reacting to it, it seems. I don't have this one yet myself, but it matches really well with the aesthetic.
Yeah, I think you can get it at the merchants, but you said the fishing hut as well, maybe?
Yes.
Before recording? Okay. Well, I don't know. I think I had it at the merchant, so silver is likely easier to get than the fishes. But
Yeah.
either way, subscribe, of course, for more Valhalla content. And totally check out our previous video by clicking on the screen on the big updates. For now, we'll speak to you next time, and goodbye.
Goodbye.